we talk about swinging down the back, but as we do that with our hands, our torso does this. Our torso is becoming a merry-go-round. There's a down to the merry-go-round, and there's also to the Ferris wheel. There's also an up. This move here, over here is the down, over here is the up. Okay, so when you're in your stance and you're 3D loading, you want to make sure that you do that. And when you do that, when you tilt, this knob comes up. Now, when I do that, I want you to see where the barrel is. My knob went up toward my nose, but this barrel is darn near at my knee. I can hit a low pitch with the knob going up. Okay? And so many players are doing this, and this is costing them time and distance. It's not as quick a move, and the barrel doesn't get to the zone until here, where this aggressive tilt move gets the barrel into the zone right there. Okay?
So I've been seeing a lot more of this, even just coaches, via social media, teaching this way. I guess I've always wanted to sit down with the hitting coach and just kind of ask them their opinion on I guess that thought process. I'm sure are you familiar with it? Okay, so I've just always wanted to ask someone about it. So that's why I brought it up. I want to get your opinion, I guess, on that approach.
I think everybody's, I think hitting coach kind of has their one thing that they want to implement and to just kind of drive home. See, I can't live in that world. I can't have a guy trying to get a feel of doing that and him losing his barrel, dumping his barrel. And yeah, that low pitch is there and he can't, he's in and out of zone. So that one thing could be good. I see Judge kind of in his move, he does have a very similar. Staying locked in on his backside, his forward move does not go much. He just kind of leg strides out and he sticks on his backside. But I guarantee you, even Judge, when he does that, he can get stuck. There's always an equal opposite. You notice how he said there's a tilt down and a tilt up? Well, of course. If your body tilts, there's a down and there's an up. There is an equal opposite in everything that we do. Equally opposite, good, evil, hot, cold, dark, light. So my bicep, when it contracts, my tricep, every part of my body is just doing an equal opposite move. So the good can become the bad. So I don't want to contradict anything he says, but if I try to get 12 guys to do that, then I'm going to lose 11 of them.
Yeah.
Or 99 out of 100. I'm not going to say that couldn't be from a drill standpoint or even from a thought process standpoint.
The feel versus real thing that we're talking about.
Exactly, the feel versus real. But you see when he does quick and that barrel, I know for a fact that if that barrel gets below too early, too soon, you're not flat and your bat's not staying in the zone long enough. So I can, from video analysis, I can prove that.
Yeah.
But great hitters can get away with a lot of things. Great hand-eye coordinating guys can do a lot of things to make contact and manipulate the ball. Yeah. So, but from just a pure kind of just the normal kinetic swing, I would want to be, of course, more balanced. I look at it in three phases, and if I just had to dumb it down to the three things, it would be down, which is getting to the load, getting to a hinge. Forward, which would be my stride, and stop is when I do hit the ground. Then I'm going to rotate with as much hitting against that wall right there. So a down, forward, stop would be my, in general, 3-point, and then I would use that in multiple different layers of ways how I would help a kid or talk to a player.
Yeah, no, that's good. So it almost like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost like the exception doesn't always prove the rule on maybe that hitting approach. some guys could be successful with it for sure. You know, I agree. I actually think, I know he works with Judge and stuff like that, but it does seem like Judge does a lot of what he's saying.
Yeah.
But
see, like I'll give you an example between the polar opposites, Goldie to Arenado. I mean, Goldie is lower half. I don't never want to think about my hands. Don't want to think about them. Nado, it's like, no man, I want to make sure my hands, my lower half's good. When I'm seeing them go bad, and this upper half with Goldie and this lower half with Nado. So one doesn't want to talk about the other. One doesn't want to, think the other's important. I mean, and they know it's important.
Right.
Okay, they all know it's important. But watching where those two went south this year, it was like Goldie, kinetic chain, and kind of going back to, no, I don't even want to talk about that. But it's, how guys can just be polar opposites, and you have to train different ways to try to bring out something.
Going back to the not cookie cutting.
Yes.
Right? If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.